Good evening and welcome to our weekly Beginners Academy. Every other week we uh, have a topic, and Frank KC8KVA in Cleveland, Ohio, is going to talk to us tonight about the Yaesu FTX-1 and specifically the Optima version. And take it away, Frank.
Hello, everybody. This is KC8VKA, and uh, a couple of weeks ago, I made a presentation of the FTX-1, the QRP version, and we're going to go real quickly and show that real quick, and then show you how it attaches to the body and convert it into the Ultima when it's the whole thing put together. So we're going to start here by getting the camera focused in. And first of all, I just want to go through what this thing was as a QRP, and then I'll switch it over and how it attaches over to the Ultima.
Mhm.
Now, if you want to start off with the radio as it was as in a QRP state, it would look like this. And this is the protector that Yaesu makes. You have to take this off because this will be in the way when you attach it to the main body. And then you have to go back here and you have all these connections here. And you have to remove the battery. So you just remove the battery. And you take that battery out and just, so now you have just this plane like that. And then all these connectors all have to hook up to the Ultima. This is for communication between the two components, and then you got the power that comes in, and then this is the ground, and you have the UHF, VHF antenna and the HF antenna. So now I'm going to bring over the Ultima and show you how that looks. And this is the back of it. And you get there. One nice thing about it is it has two HF antennas that you can select one or the other. And you got the VHF, UHF. And then you got an external speaker, and then you have here for attaching it to a linear or an antenna tuner. But this does have a built-in antenna tuner in it. It does a good job. And what's in here is what is in here, well, like that, is a speaker. And there's a 100-watt HF antenna and a 50-watt UHF, VHF, and an antenna tuner, all in this box here. And then you flip it around the front, and you got kind of like a bunch of wires here. They all come out like this. You got a good view on that?
Yes.
So this here is kind of like a neat little package to put all your coaxes together. And it snaps in the back. Then you got to start from the bottom and work your way up. And you got the speaker. Then you got your data communications and your power to power the face of it. And then so you take this thing here. And you got to start by hooking all this stuff up. And I don't know if I can show it all where you can see it, but I'll try. And you take and you connect. Let's see here. You connect this bottom part here. And you got to be careful because this thing is a thin, and it's got very thin wires in it. So pins, you got to make sure you don't get it in wrong, or else you'll bend those little pins. Then you got to go over here and put the power that comes into it. Then after that, you got to plug in for the external speaker. Goes here. And then this neat thing here, it just goes right over the two coax connectors. It just snaps in like that. Then you take this whole thing and you take like that, and you tilt it down, and you go in there, and it catches on the bottom. You got to make sure all these little wires are out of the way. And then that just, it catches on a lip on the bottom, and then the thing just snaps into place. And there, it's all one piece now.
Okay. Well, Frank, just to be clear, the smaller part is a QRP radio until its own, and then you snap it into the back part and it becomes a 100-watt radio. And basically, is that correct?
Yeah, well, it's a 100 watt um, HF, 50 watts 2 meter, 50 watts 440, and also an antenna tuner. And then this body has a speaker on here. And then there's also two speakers in the front. And the nice thing about this is that you could select and you could have a combination of the outside speaker and the inside speaker, or the inside speaker and the outside, and you could make it sound different by blending the two different speakers together. Now I'm gonna hook it to the VHF mode, and you have to power this with a 20 amp power supply, and that just takes the standard plug that all new radios use. And now the microphone, I can hide it. Which is this thing. It goes into the side right here. And it has this thing, some of those other QRP radios, they have like little tiny plugs. This has a regular, not modular plug, which is, it can use the same microphone as a regular full-size radio. And then the nice thing about that is you can use even, I have what the MD200 that'll work on this, a regular bass microphone. And so this you have to push in real hard because they want it to make a waterproof connection. So you have to push really hard to get it to snap in. So then this also has little legs here where you can make it stand up a little bit. Okay. Then we'll just turn it on. Except I got to go over to the room and turn on the power supply. I'm feeding this from the power supply that I have on the other side of the wall here. And I have a cable running through the wall. So there,
Yeah.
there you got it.
You might want to move it back a little bit. That
How's that?
the screen is clearer when it's a little further back. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll try to move the camera further away. How's that?
That's good.
So that's about it. I mean, other than what I covered last week with the functions of this thing, adding on the body to the back, that's pretty much all it amounts to. And now you got a regular full size, full power with an automatic tuner built in, a regular radio. And this screen is about as big as as the screen on the FT710. So you have here both QRP and regular base radio. And the nice thing about this is that I covered that before. These are forward facing speakers, and they're the speakers that you have in your cell phones, and they're big ones and very powerful. They sound very, very strong. Other than what I covered last week, that's pretty much all there is to this. It's kind of short, but if you got any more questions, I can elaborate on it.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Frank, how do you switch between antenna 1 or 2 for the HF? Is that from the front panel?
Yeah, I forgot. Let's see here. Yeah, you
So
can.
soft button somewhere.
I forgot. Well, let me see. If you hit this here, I don't remember. Tell you the truth.
Okay, no
There,
worries.
there is a simple button where you can go and you can switch antenna 1 to 2, and you can make it be different for different bands. Like if you're on
Oh, I
different
see.
things,
Yeah.
and whenever you select the antenna, it it remembers it in the memory. So if you jump through memories, it goes back according to the antenna that you have programmed in that memory.
Yeah.
And the tuner will actually also turn back to where the tuner will actually always go back to the tune position that frequency was when you stored it. So it's pretty cool that where you don't have to retune it, because when you switch the band from one band to the other, it remembers what the settings was for the tuner when you had it on that particular band.
Well, we'll remind folks that you did a previous video that focused on the front of it, which is a QRP section, and that is on YouTube as this will be on our Panama City ARC YouTube channel.
I'm
Any
sorry,
more? Yep.
this real radio, there's a lot of stuff but it's once you play with it, you can figure it out. It's laid out a lot. The version that I think came out before this was the 70. The way the configuration is was the FT710. And but this one here, they made the menus a lot easier to navigate than the way it's all laid out. It's the menus are a lot easier to figure out. The other ones are all clustered in one big page, and here they have them divided into different categories that you can jump through real quick. But that we kind of
Well,
covered last week.
you don't have to go into details, but I guess there's a computer connection somewhere, like a
Yeah,
USB on this.
yeah. Over on this side here, you got a USB-C, and you can that's how you control connect it to the computer. But it also is for charging the battery, and so it does both things. And they got software that you can get through. The one I use is RT Systems, and that enables you to just do about everything you want. Now, like most radios now, the 7300 and the other Yaesus, once you got it set up, and there's a lot of settings, and this will hold like 1,000 memories, and then you can break it up into categories and all that. And over here on this side, it got a micro SD card. And once you got it all set up, you store everything in there. And if you like reset the radio and wipe everything out, you can always restore it back from what you have stored on the chip here. And then here, this comes off, and you can put a, um, a Bluetooth connection, and you can actually have an app on your phone where you can mess with it through your phone. Uh, and another thing is over here they have an input for a GPS, and I have this thing here.
Oh, yeah.
Plug that in here, and then this you could put like on your windshield or something, and then you set it here to activate the GPS, and then all the locations and all your GPS coordinates will all you can get them to display, and you're able to do RPS. What is that one? APRS, and you can set it
Yeah.
so it transmits your location
Okay.
and then you can be followed on Google our ARPS. And as you're traveling around, people could follow you on Google Map. And this Yaesu sells one it's just a little thing that snaps here. This one I got it through I believe Amazon, and the Yaesu one is like $69, and I believe I got this one for like 29.
Yep.
Uh, the other one is it just plugs in here, but that would be less cumbersome if you were just using this on a picnic table. But if you're going to car or anything, it probably having this thing and being able to put it near exposed more, I think you would get a better connection with the satellite. But either one works good.
Yeah. Well, Frank, can you buy the QRP component and later upgrade with the amplifier, or do you need to buy them both together?
As of now, the 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 back portion is not available by itself. I originally bought the QRP version and I sold it to a friend of mine, and then because I wanted the whole thing, but I had to buy the whole thing as a unit. But once they start selling more and more of these, they're gonna start making the back part available. I mean, they have them advertised, but every like Dix Engineering and HRO and all that, they're all back ordered. And they're soon to be available, but as of right now, the only way you can get your hands on thing is to buy it as one unit.
Yeah. Well, can you give us an approximate price for the
Um,
for the QRP one, and then which you sold, and then a price for the
the
Optima version?
well, the QRP part, if you buy that alone, it's somewhere around 1,400. It depends where you get it. There's some places that vary by $100 here and there. And the back portion is something like 600. So, but when I bought the whole thing together, it was like 19. If you buy it together, I think you would end up saving like $100 as rather than buying independently.
Well, being a new radio, it's nice that they've got put all the technology in it that you would want in a radio, the Bluetooth and
Yeah, I think this thing has got about everything you can imagine. Anything that even a big base radio would have. Uh, choice of two antennas, and And the tuner that is synchronized and the position of the tuner is stored in the memory along with the memory frequencies. Um, like I mentioned before, when you're on HF and you change from 40 meters to 80 meters, and you had done a tuning there, you don't have to retune. Once you switch back, it'll go back the way it was tuned before. And that's it has so many things in there that help everything just go smooth when you got it set up. That to navigate it, it's not that hard, but it's a whole lot easier if you just get the software because everything's right in front of you, and you could. It's 1,000 memories, and
Oh,
you can go down. You can go down the line, and you can
well,
check which ones you want to be active and which ones you can skip memories, and then you can put like all the 2 meter frequencies in one cluster or the HFs, and you can divide everything into different categories, and all you do is to put check mark alongside of it. That way, if you want to go to, for example, I go down to Florida, and the repeaters on there are different in here. When I'm down in Florida, I just check off the ones that are down there, and not check the ones that are here. And then when I go to scan the memory, all I'm scanning is the ones in Florida. When I come down here, I can uncheck them and check the ones that are here.
yeah. Well, are there more questions for Frank? Anything about this latest r radio from Yaesu? Yeah.
Yeah, where is the fire extinguisher for it?
It don't come with a fire extinguisher, but it has a little rack in the
Well,
back.
then it doesn't have everything.
Well,
Well,
it does have
what
a
a
little rack.
shortcoming.
It does have a hook in there where you can hang a roll of toilet paper from it.
If Frank, does it have a setup for waterfall?
Oh yeah, this has a very elaborate waterfall. It isn't displaying it. Beautiful. Okay, so you can see the waterfalls here, and here's some activity. And right now, these are AM broadcast bands because I'm down into the broadcast band, and you can span this. These are different widths, and you can select where it's just showing the width of one signal. And then if you make it, want to open it up wide open, this is 100 KCs. And this is these are all the broadcast frequencies. And up here we're up into the 160 meter. So now we shift over to 160 meters. Okay, right there, you have the 60 meters. I mean, 80 meters. And you can see how busy that is. But you could reduce the sensitivity of that. But you see how the waterfall is? You can make that less intense. Now you could also make it three-dimensional, so it goes in like in a depth. And then that's too strong, so it has a way of you can reduce the strength of it. Then if you want to, over here, you have for the audio, hello, and this is your the width of your filters. There, now I have it on the 5 megahertz, the time. So it has everything you can think of, waterfalls and everything else. And it's very, very clear. I don't quite
Well,
have it.
have you had the display out in the sunlight?
Yeah, you see it. It's very bright.
Okay.
It's very bright. I mean, you put it out in the sun, it looks the same like that because you can increase it, decrease it. I haven't, it's been a while since I played with it. I've been on other radios and I forget how to navigate the menus on this yet. There's not, let me see if I remember how to do that. Don't remember.
Well, this has been a real good introduction, Frank, to this package.
Yeah, well, that's about all I got on that right now.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, I don't have, I'm not that well versed on it yet.
Well, you can
Um,
come back.
I'm not that, it's very simple to operate. It's just that since the last, demonstration I've been on the go and I haven't had time to
Yeah.
play with it. But it's just a matter, it's not complicated. It's a matter of going through, getting used to it. I mean, I like the radio. I think they did a good job of laying it out well. And it just does a whole lot of things. This even does like if you go here, you can punch in like let's say I'm gonna punch in you can punch in any frequency you want, but you can also put in the aircraft bands. And then that's an AM, so you select the mode. And if we go back to here, and if let's say when you're on the aircraft bands, and I don't have the antenna on it, if you got activity there, you can just touch on it and immediately goes to that because the airplanes they talk in spurts, so you can open it up. You can open it up to different spans, and it's wide open. You'll see activity there and activity here. These are different airplanes coming in for a landing. You can just touch on it and you immediately go right to it.
Well, awesome. Well, we appreciate you sharing your new radio with us, Frank.
Another thing is too
Yep.
like let's say you want to be monitoring aircraft can bands, and you could do that, and then maybe do it on that side, and you could be on HF having QSOs with an HF and still be hearing the aircraft bands, and because it has two separate speakers. It works independently.
Yeah, it is all band, all mode.
And
Yeah.
it's like
And
dual,
dual receivers.
yeah. Mhm.
What will they think of next?
That's right.
They need to add a fire
All
extinguisher.
right. Once again, we appreciate it, Frank. KC8VKA. And we'll roll this out to YouTube, and we have many other uh, recordings on YouTube or videos of other topics we've done. So we'll wind this one up and say 73.